Hello, I am Nihar Apte and I am going to give a short overview of die casting. I am currently studying in College of Engineering Pune in second year for mechanical engineering. So have you ever wondered how parts like an engine, gear hub or an engine block are made? Because they are too complicated to be machined and they are monolithic. The answer is die casting. Die casting is a metal casting process that is characterized by forcing molten metal under high pressure into a mold cavity. There are two main types of die casting: hot chamber die casting and cold chamber die casting. Hot chamber die casting is also known as gooseneck machines because they have a nozzle that is shaped like a gooseneck. So it utilizes a pool of molten metal which is kept heated, uh, and it uses pistons to pump that metal into a die that is a fixed mold. In cold chamber die casting, uh, it it has a piston that is a shot in which precise amounts of molten metal, molten in a furnace at a different place, are poured and then shot at high pressures into the die. In hot chambered process, uh, metals that have low melting point only can be used. This limits it to zinc, tin, and lead-based alloys. A cold chamber process doesn't have such a restriction. It can use aluminum and zinc alloys with a large composition of magnesium and copper too. Next is the diagrams. These are from the internet. Rights to whoever made them. Credits to whoever made them. This is the hot chamber die casting. So it consists of a pot of molten metal, and for each cycle the plunger is taken up. The molten metal is flooded into this chamber. Plunger is moves down. The molten metal moves through the nozzle into the die through the runner and screw, and then it cools down there. While it cools down, this pressure is applied so that it won't leak out. Then it consists of a movable die and a fixed die. The dies are separated. The ejector pins are used to remove the component. Similarly, in cold chamber casting, the molten metal is brought from a furnace and placed into the short sleeve. Then at high hydraulic pressures, the piston rams the shot into the ejection into the mold. The mold is actually the dies are clamped using hydraulic clamps. So these are some GIFs, as you can see. Again, not mine. The hot chamber process has this hot pool of molten metal, and here molten metal is placed through ladles. You can see them on the net later. Steps involved in die casting: die preparation, filling, ejection, and shakeout. Die preparation basically means lubricating the die so that the die temperature can be controlled and the metal casting can be removed easily. Filling means whatever we saw on the last slide. It basically consists of injecting the molten metal at pressures between 10 to 175 megapascal. That's a huge amount of pressure. The pressure is maintained until the casting solidifies, so that there should not be any problems in like bubbles or bad grain structure. Ejection: the dies are opened and a shot, that is the casting, is ejected using pins, special pins that can be pressed from the outside. You can also see them in shell molding. Shakeout basically means separating scrap, some flash if it is there, the gate and the runner and the screws which are not part of the main part. This is often done using a special trim die in a power press. Basically, another die of the same shape is used there. Advantages: so high dimensional accuracy, smooth surfaces, thinner walls compared to sand mold casting. Inserts, special inserts like threaded elements, etc. can be cast in. This reduces secondary machining operations like finishing, etc. high production rates because the molds are pre-made. You just have to cycle them through the casting machine. It has high tensile strength. And yeah, so let's move to disadvantages. Most highest disadvantage is the high capital. Also, the process is limited to high fluidity metals. Metals that are highly viscous won't work. uh, the casting weight is also limited to 30 grams to 10 kg because of the process, and it is only used where soft parts are acceptable, because for there is certain porosity because gases are not allowed to escape due to the metal molds. This porosity can lead to means you cannot heat treat the parts to harden them, because if they are heat treated, then certain pores will be broken and there may be exfoliation on the surface damaging the finish, or micro cracks will be created, which we do not want. The high capital cost is mostly due to the fact that you have to manufacture the dies accurately and melt the metal. It has the very costly equipment are used. So thank you. This was part of my manufacturing engineering assignments. None of the GIFs used are mine. Credits to the original creator.